Hello, everybody. Good to see everyone. Is the sound coming out all right? I hope so. Let me adjust it. Let's adjust the camera. And let's see who's here. So, okay, if you guys can just give me a thumbs up or yes, please give me a thumbs up. But if someone can let me know that the sound is coming in loud and clear, because I know we do have issues with this microphone sometimes. Let me increase the volume a little bit and let me get. In the meantime, let's see who's here. Volume is low. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this computer because sometimes the volume comes out really high and sometimes it comes out really low. Is that any better? Okay, so it's on full blast now. So I might pop your ears. Excuse me if I do, or I'm sorry if I do. How is everybody tonight? Let's see who is here. Well, hello, Miss Kimberis. How are you tonight? Hope you're doing good. I see Vicky Lemire. Hello, Vicky. And Jeannie Wallen. Good evening, Jeannie. Marie H. Hello, Eric and everyone. Finally making a live on time. All right. Yeah, I was actually a little early tonight. Normally I go live at about 8 o'clock Pacific time, but since I got home early, I figure let's check in early with everybody. And since I missed last week, was it only 1 week? Wow, time flies really fast. But since I know I missed last week, I figure I just start early this time. Hey, Dale, thanks for joining all the way from Australia. Okay, let's see who else is here. Hey, Vivian. Thanks for joining us tonight. Mary Jane Ellinger. Hello, Mary Jane. Hey, Heather. I see you, girl. Okay. And then some people are saying it sounds fine. Okay, it's much better. Thanks for letting me know, guys. And hi, Crystal Lewis. Thank you for joining. Okay. That's good, Kim. What is everybody working on tonight? Are we all sewing or are we just heading off to bed? I know some of you might be heading off to bed because it's probably late in your neck of the woods, even though it's 7 o'clock here in Southern California. All right. So I didn't have any real project planned tonight, but what I really wanted to do was just actually spend the time just letting everybody know what exactly has been going on because I know I've been kind of cryptic on some of my messages. So, oh, Pat Brewer, you're making shopping bags. Well, send me one. Okay. So I do want to thank everybody that responded with the prayers in the Facebook group. I posted a message saying that there was some family issues, and I didn't go into too much details about what exactly was going on, but people were sending me comments and sending messages about, or just sending prayers, and I want to say thank you to all of you for doing that. Um, Well, let me kind of give you a heads up as to what's been going on. So, about, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I received a phone call from my sister in law, and she was in a panic, kind of just frantic about what's been going on. And I'm kind of glad that she gave me a call because, well, I didn't know what was going on back home. Now, for those of you that don't know this, um, it's time. That's when time it is. Oh, so for those of you that don't know, I live here in Southern California in Los Angeles, and the rest of my family is back in Honolulu, Hawaii. And so between myself and my brothers, who still live in Hawaii, they don't always update me as to what is going on back home. And so my sister in law finally decided that she was going to give me a call and let me know what's been going on for the past couple of weeks. And that is when I found out that my mother, she'll be turning 80 years old next month. Well, my mother had a few accidents where she actually fell down and she fractured a bone. And none of my brothers wanted to tell me because they didn't, of course, it wasn't life threatening, but they didn't want me to panic and get all, I need to hop on a plane and go back home kind of ordeal. So, in that respect, they just kind of kept it quiet and did not let me know. But my sister in law was in a panic and very frantic. So she just finally decided, you know what, I'm just going to call Eric and let him know what's up. So she did. And I'm glad that she did. So that's when I found out that my mother had an accident and she fell down and again fractured a bone. But she didn't just fall, she fell twice on two separate occasions. Okay. Now, when my sister in law told me that, and I asked her when was the first time, she said it was 5 weeks ago. And then I said, okay, so when was the last one? She just said it was pretty recently. And I'm like, I was just talking to her. I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me? But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. So my sister in law told me, why don't you give your mom a call? So I did. And I kept calling her and calling her and calling her. Of course, she wasn't picking up. And then eventually I did get a hold of her where she did pick up the phone and she was kind of apologizing because every time I called her, she was either sleeping or she was in some kind of physical therapy session. So I said, don't worry about it, Mom, but tell me what in the world is going on. Yeah. So she told me that the first time that she fell down, she was actually going out to meet one of her friends and she just lost her balance somehow. Or she just kind of got dizzy and lost her balance. And so the friend who was waiting for her knew that something was up because my mother didn't show up and she wasn't picking up the phone. So the friend took it upon themselves to actually go to my mother's apartment. Now, mind you, my mother's been insistent about living alone. So we've been just honoring her wishes and just letting her live in her own apartment. Well, the friend who my mother was supposed to meet at that time, she knew something was up because my mother was late. And not just 5 minutes late, almost 45 minutes late, and she wasn't picking up her phone. So she had the foresight to actually go to my mother's apartment and check out just to make sure she's okay. And it was a good thing that she did that because that she found my mother in the apartment on the ground. And so they took her to the hospital and they found out that my mother's heart was weak. They're not 100% sure that her maybe they think she might have had a heart attack of some sort, which is why she got dizzy and lost her balance and fell down. They're just not 100% sure right now. So fortunately, my mother had the good fortune of having that friend, and it happened at a good time where somebody knew that where she was supposed to be, and she didn't show up. So that friend had the good sense to check up on my mother, which was fortunate for us. Now the second time it happened, my mother was trying to get into the elevator of her apartment building, and then she tripped going into the elevator. That time, however, she actually had her cell phone on her, and she had the good sense of calling somebody, one of her neighbors, and the neighbors came out to get her, and of course they rushed her to the hospital again. So that's been kind of going on, and for myself and my brothers, we've all been telling our mom, hey, maybe it's time for you to actually move in with one of us. Not me, but with one of us. Because she's getting to that point where it's almost dangerous for her to be alone. And she doesn't want to go into like a senior citizens facility. And we're all saying, hey, you never know, Mom, you might enjoy it because you'll have people that are around your age, still active, still doing things. And, you can join clubs, you can make friends there. But she didn't want to do that. She just wanted to be on her own. Yeah, she's Miss Independent. But, so we just trying to be good sons to her. We just honored her wishes. Of course, all of us are we were all concerned that there was going to be a time where something like this would happen, and here it happened. So, I think my brothers had the good sense to kind of capture this moment and to have a serious conversation with my mom to say, hey, now you can't go on like this. We have to you either move in with someone or we put you in a senior citizen's home. And I think my mom finally realized that, yeah, it's really not safe for her to be alone or live alone in her own apartment. So she finally agreed, kind of kicking and fighting, but still kind of complaining, but agreed that she is going to live with one of my brothers back home. So I guess the silver lining to this is my mother finally saw that she can't be alone. It's just not safe for her. Yep. Prayers and hugs for Eric. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Thank you very, very much. Sending hugs and prayers. Thank you, Crystal. Paula Hooplinger. Hello, Paula. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay. So I just wanted to let everybody know that was that cryptic message. At the time when I did that post, I really didn't know all the details, so I couldn't divulge too much information. But now that I know the whole story of what happened, I felt like I kind of owe it to you guys for being so patient and being so understanding as to why my video was late and why I had to cancel it. I just wanted to kind of come out and say what was really going on with that. So thank you everybody, to all the prayers, all the kind wishes, and just being so patient, because this was going on and I was having problems with just trying to get the final block, the videos for the final block. I just had problems just getting that up. And Tiffany can tell you, I was calling her kind of complaining about what the heck is going on with my computer. Thank you, Tiffany, for tolerating that. But yeah, I just really wanted to come out tonight and just kind of explain what was going on and just say thank you to everyone for being so patient and still showing support. So thank you guys. Mwah. You guys are the best. I know I saw a whole bunch of other people come in. Hello, Nancy. And Elizabeth Collins says, my husband is the oldest of 4 sons and has a group text thread with his brothers and their wives. Every time one of them communicates with the parents, they share on the text thread. That's an interesting idea. Problem, though, is my mother is not the most tech-savvy person. Yeah, maybe let me think about that for a second. I might share a story with you, and you guys will probably have a good kick or a good laugh out of this. Hey, Stephanie, that's Memoirs of a Long-Armed Quilter. That's Stephanie, everyone. I'm not sure what that was about. Okay. Oh, I just took a picture of myself with my camera. Oh, well. I'll keep her in my prayers. Well, thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Eric, I've kept you and your family in my prayers since she said that at first. I'm really glad she's going to move in with one of you. Yes, Kim. Thank you so much. My mother can be a very stubborn person when she just wants her independence. And quite honestly, my brothers and I were happy that she wanted to have her time alone, because for pretty much all her life, she's taken care of us, and she needed a break from everyone too. But now that she's advancing in her age, it's really becoming a safety issue. So we were all kind of concerned that, there was going to be a time where something was going to happen and none of us would really know about it. So sorry, had to see a storm is brewing. Ooh, okay, stay safe. Remo J, good evening, Miss Remo J. How are you tonight? Good evening, Mr. Eric and Crafters. Thumbs up, everyone. Thank you so much for that reminder. I've been where you are. It's hard. I think you might have seen it when you went home. You owe us nothing. Thanks for sharing. Please take care. Oh, thank you so much, Remo. I did when I went home back in June, I did see that my mother was, she's still active. I mean, she can still, at that point, or at that time, she was still driving. She was still going to the grocery store. And she was just being normal. And she was still active, but I could definitely tell that she was starting to kind of slow down. And so she still wanted to hold on to her independence, but I think after these 2 incidents, she realizes it's time that she needs to actually, it's settling in that she's getting old, and I think she's accepting it. She's really accepting it. So I told her she should have gone to like a retirement or senior citizens community. There's a lot of them out in Hawaii. And I used to volunteer at one of them, and they are such a blast to be around because, when you're at a certain age, you just really don't care about anything, and you will say the darndest thing. So I used to just have a blast with them. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure why that message is popping up. Okay. I'm working on trick card blocks. Okay. That's a block we didn't do in the 5252 series, huh? I should have done one. Okay. Amaris Joseph, second oldest of my dad's 7 kids. Dad, 3 ex-wives, kids, and we have a group chat where we stalk our dad. Ever moved since he put his back out for the 3rd time. That's actually a good idea. I think my brothers and I would want to start maybe like a family group chat. The thing is, though, okay, let me tell you this story. You guys will probably, some of you can probably relate to this. but you might still end up laughing at this. So I call this my mother's paperclip story. So a few years ago, my mom had just retired after working 35 plus years with this company, and she was ready to retire. So we were all being supportive. And at that point, she had no idea how to operate a computer. She's never been on the internet. She never had a single email address either. And so with retirement, she kind of figured she could take the time to actually take a computer class and learn how to surf the internet. And so my brothers and I were very supportive of it, just trying to be encouraging. And so my brother actually gave my mom her old laptop. And she was so excited. She signed up for this computer class, like a basic computer class, and she wanted to learn how to send her first email. So she went to the computer class. They taught her how to sign up for like a generic, like a Hotmail or I think hers was a Yahoo account way back then. And she was so excited. She was so proud that she could finally do email. And so she calls me up and she's telling me all of this. And I'm just trying to be supportive. And I said, "Oh, okay. Congratulations, Mom." And so she wanted to send me a message. And so she did. And then I replied back. And the next day, she found out that through email you can actually send pictures. So she called me up all excited. Now, at that time, I had just moved to Southern California and she had never seen my apartment. So she wanted me to actually take a few pictures and send them to her so that she could see what my apartment looked like here in Southern California. And so I said, "Oh, okay, I'll do that. So I took a few pictures of my apartment and sent it to her on the email. She calls me back, and then my mom says, "Well, I got the email, but what happened to the pictures that you so-called sent?" Then I kind of figured that, okay, yeah, this computer class that my mom's taking didn't exactly tell her how to open email attachments. So I was going to make an attempt to give her a quick lesson. So I told her, okay, I'm on the phone with my mom having this discussion, and I tell her, "Okay, Mom, you have to look for the paperclip." Okay? Thinking that my mother was going to look for the paperclip icon on her computer monitor. She goes, "What? I have to look for a paperclip?" And I'm like telling her, "Yeah, Mom, you have to look for the paperclip. Do you see a paperclip?" She then tells me, "What? Wait, what? I have to look for a paperclip." I'm like, "Yes, you have to look for the paperclip." She's like, "Are you sure I have to look for the paperclip?" "Yes, Mom, I'm positive. Look for the paperclip." So I'm on the phone on the other side of the line, and I hear her put the phone down, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, what in the world is she doing? Then about 2 or 3 minutes later, she comes back on the phone. And then she says, "Yep, okay, I have the paperclip. Now what do I do?" So me not knowing what she was doing, I tell her on the phone, "Okay, Mom, you have to double click on the paperclip. Can you do that?" And she's like, "What? Double click on the paperclip?" I'm like, "Yeah, you have to double click on the paperclip. Then you can open to see the picture." She's like, and she just gave me this like real confused, "What? I have to double click? How do I double click?" "You just double click and tap on the paperclip." So then she said, "Okay." I hear her put the phone down again. Then I hear this tapping noise. Then it dawns on me. When I told her to look for a paperclip, she literally put the phone down and found an actual paperclip. Then, when I said, Mom, you have to double click on the paperclip, she was tapping the paperclip on the table. And me, oh my gosh, then I finally realized she took my instructions a little too literally. And I didn't want to embarrass her, but I couldn't help myself, so I just started laughing so hard that, and she could not understand why. And she's like, "What am I doing wrong? I don't see the picture. Where is the picture? I'm double clicking on the paperclip." And I said, "Mom, oh my goodness. You know what? Just ask my brother," and I just told her, "You know what? Ask my brother, or ask Keith, who is my brother, one of my brothers. Just ask him on what to do, because right now I cannot deal with you right now." And I left it at that. So that's my story, and that's basically how my mother is with technology. Oh my gosh. Hey, Miss Debbie Huey. You remember the paperclip story. I know you do. So, whenever it comes to technology, yeah, Mom just does not mix with that. Um, hey, around to it. Or, hey, Shirley. Sorry, I keep forgetting you're Shirley. Okay. Eric, please write a book about the tales of your mother. She is so funny and she doesn't mean to be, but oh man, do you make me laugh about her? Yes, yes, yes. Eric, I wish your mom good health. I know exactly what that is like. My mom will be 91 in 2 weeks. Wow. Wow. Well, wish your mom a happy birthday for me, Dale. Um, so, that's the paperclip story. And the barbecue story. Oh, should I tell that one? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, since you brought it up and since I already mentioned it, I might as well tell this one too. So, my husband doesn't like technology either. Really, Diane? I thought he would have been comfortable around all this technology. Okay, so Miss Debbie Huey, for those of you who don't know, me and Debbie actually got together with, we went to the Houston International Cult Festival. Was it in, I believe it was 2017. So that's when I actually got to meet Debbie in person. And I told her this story, again, another one of those episodes with my mother. And I called it the barbecue story. So since she brought it up, and since we're already talking about Mom, I can probably tell you this. So, in 20, was it 2014, 2014? No, 2015. Yeah, because it's 7 years ago. Yeah. So, in 2015, my father passed away, and at that point, we did a very quick, we kind of settled my father's affairs really quickly. So we had the funeral service about a week after his passing, and after the funeral services, I was driving my mother home, and I figured, well, now is about as good as time as any to have this discussion with her. Now, understand that my mother was born and raised in Japan, and English is actually her second language. So when she talks with a very, very heavy Asian accent. And sometimes when she tries to say a word or she doesn't know how to pronounce a word, she tries her best at it. And if she doesn't get the pronunciation quite right, she will come up with the biggest and most outrageous analogy that she can think of. And so when I was driving my mother home after my father's funeral, again, I kind of thought now is about as good a time as any to have this discussion with my mother. So I asked my mom, Mom, after your funeral or after you pass, well, what do you want me and my brothers to do with your body? And so in her heavy Asian accent, she says, I want climate. And I'm like, what? Yeah, she says, I want Clement. And I'm like, wait, what? You want what? I want Clement. Now, here I thought she's trying to say climate. And I'm thinking, what in the world does global warming have anything to do with your funeral service? So I'm like, Mom, you trying to say climate? What is climate? No, climate. Yeah, climate. And I'm thinking, at that point, I just had absolutely no clue what she was trying to say. And she kept saying, I want climate, climate. And I'm like, Mom, I just don't understand what you're trying to say to me. Climate. That was going on for like 5 minutes. I kind of figured out what she wanted to say, but she wasn't pronouncing the word correctly. But I wanted to be the evil son and just see what analogy she's going to come up with this time. So she's finally, after about 5 minutes of me going, Mom, I don't know what climate is. Can you, what do you mean by climate? She goes, climate, I want climate. Climate, you know what climate is. And I'm like, no, I don't, Mom. So finally she gives up and she says, okay, climate, just make like a big barbecue style. Then it dawns on me. She says barbecue style in her own little, I guess, hilarious thinking. She meant to say cremation. And I nearly lost it. I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, that is too funny. Yep, cremation. Yep. So in her mind, because cremation is you just basically take the body and put it into ash. In her mind, it's a barbecue. I'm like, Mom, this is not your final luau. Oh my gosh. I started laughing so hard. And she couldn't understand. I'm like, Mom, it's not Clement, it's cremate. Yeah, that's why I say Clement. I'm like, oh my goodness. Hi, Velia. How are you from Roseville, California? You're not late. We're just talking stories here. You can catch the replay and listen to all of my mom's crazy stories. So, yeah, Debbie brought it up. She wanted the barbecue story, so that is the barbecue story. I got more, but yeah. Eric-san, you don't speak Japanese? Nope. Well, I do speak Japanese, a little bit Japanese, but I only I'm fluent in Japanese cuisine. That's basically it, as I say. So if I ever go to Japan and I get lost somehow, at least I'll be very well fed. I did laugh so hard when you told me that story. That was so funny. Yeah. Don't be so hard on her. I'm trying not to be, Heather, but my mom's a good sport too. She realizes that she's got a good sense of humor. Well, so yeah, that's my mother. She can be very funny sometimes. But you know what? She's been through a lot, and my brothers and I really do love her. And she's been through a tremendous. Let's see, she my grandparents on my mother's side got divorced, and she was raised by her stepmother, and her stepmother didn't actually treat her very good, so they never got along. And when my mother had the opportunity to finally leave Japan for good and marry my father, she took that opportunity. And so when my brothers and I were born, we never, because of my mother's relationship with her stepmother, we actually never met that side of our family. So I have no idea who any of her relatives are. So that's kind of a big blur in terms of our family tree. Yeah. You need to learn her languages. Yeah, I do actually. It's sad to say that I am a Japanese and I don't know Japanese except for food. Google Translate. That's true. That's true. You know, my mom actually found out how to use Google Translates, and but she still can't pronounce the word, so she just shows me the phone. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you for the mom stories, or thank you, Phyllis. Okay, so again, I didn't really have any project planned today, but I do have one bit of good news, and for those of you that are baseball fans, yeah, you might be interested in this. Now, my brothers, they're coaches. They coach a little league team in Honolulu, Hawaii. And right now, their team is in the West Regional Final, and they will be playing for the West Regional title tomorrow at 6 p.m. And if you are, or if you have the ESPN channel, I think they will be broadcasting the game. So if they win tomorrow, then they head straight to Williamsport, Pennsylvania to play in the Little League World Series. Now, so that's a bit of good news for us. The bad news is mom is left alone home. But she's okay. We got friends watching her, and she's actually in the physical therapist, or she's at this facility for physical therapy. So she's not really alone. So she is safe. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm actually going to cut off of work a little early and head down to watch the game. If your father has military background, you can check and see if there is a veterans home facilities. We've been watching the baseball series on TV. Yay! So actually, my father was military during the Korean conflict. He was stationed out in Alaska, of all places. But yeah, so my brothers, for those of you who don't know this, there was a team, I believe in when was it? 2015. There was a team from Honolulu, Hawaii that actually won the entire World Little League World Series. That team was coached by my brothers. So now they're on their way to repeat that. And there's a good chance that they might repeat that. So yeah, fingers crossed. And who knows? They may be repeating it. But so yeah, if you do, if they win tomorrow, they will head straight to Pennsylvania. I might be stopping by in Pennsylvania if I can swing it. Hey, Jackie. My daughters played softball. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So if you do see them on television, or you see this team from the West or representing the West, well, that is if they win tomorrow. But if I know that the ABC network does broadcast the Little League World Series, so if you do see this team from Honolulu, Hawaii, that's my brothers. They're the coaches, not the athletes. Yeah, but yes. Oh, thank you, Kim. It is wonderful. So fingers crossed. Yes, Stephanie. But they did actually win the Little League World Series. I believe it was 2015. And that team was actually a very, very strong team. In fact, throughout the entire year, I think they held their opponents to under 10 runs altogether, or something, some crazy stat like that. So, yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me. I did, in fact, on a side note, I did, in fact, go to the Long Beach International Quilt Festival. And so I am going to try and put a video together, just kind of featuring the quilts. I did buy a few things, but not a lot. I didn't want to spend any more money on fabric that I don't need right now. I'm trying to use up certain fabrics, but yeah, so be looking out for a video about all the quilts that I saw there. And maybe I'll do a mini haul with that. Hi, Claudia. Yep, that was my brother's Claudia. I spent lots of my Mother's Day at ballparks. Ballpark team mom. Ballpark team mom. Soccer mom. Hey, thumbs up for that. So, and then what's coming up is my birthday is coming up on August 23rd. And I decided to actually take a road trip out to the southern Utah. And I'm actually quite excited to be visiting Arches National Park, as well as Canyonlands, as well as just going camping and getting in touch with nature again. So I'm truly excited about that. I will probably be taking my camera with me to take some shots or some photos and see if I get inspired to create something. Who knows? Is that a new iron behind you? That is the Rowenta. Yeah, it's a little too heavy for me to lift up, but I usually use that particular iron when I'm trying to prepare yardage. Not so much the little pieces, because that iron, it's a good iron, but it's not a very portable iron. Most of the time I'm using this guy. And in one of the episodes, I asked people what irons they use. There's a lot of people that actually use this particular iron. So, yeah. Okay, my in-laws are in the Veterans Home Fresno. My mother-in-law was in the memory care, and my father-in-law is in the resident wing. Their fees are based on their incomes. Interesting. Diane57 says, do you have an address where people can send you a card? Okay, if you do want to send cards, or if you do want to send any kind of message, I do send me an email first. That will be Treasure Heart Creations, or let me type it in the chat here for a second. You can send me this email, and then I can email you where the address, or where you can send cards if you want, but don't feel obligated to. Creations 2020 Outlook. And what is the other? Yeah. So you can send me an email at that address that I just typed in, and then I can send you an address to where, if you want to send a card. But again, don't feel obligated to. Yeah. My Rowenta is weighty and could double as a weapon. That is very true, Elizabeth. Yes, these Rowentas are very heavy duty. Hey, Eric, my birthday is the 18th. Let's have a party. Yay, Debbie. Happy birthday to you, too. Okay. Um, let's see. Anything else I need to let people know of? Oh, okay. So this coming Sunday, which will be what is it? Yep. So this coming Sunday, August 14th, we will be doing a Zoom chat again in collaboration with T Quilts. So for those of you who have done, I know some of you, like I know Memorize of a Long Arm Quilter, sometimes she'll pop into this Zoom chat. And it's basically us just talking, sewing, just laughing, or asking each other questions. Sometimes we do games. But yeah, we'll be doing a Zoom chat. I will put all the information in the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, or if you are part of the T Quilts Facebook group as well, you'll see the information show up on there. And if you've never joined a Zoom call or joined us on a Zoom call, come and check us out. We're a very lively and very boisterous bunch sometimes. Oop. Okay, this camera is doing that too. What is your mom's favorite color? I know she likes purple. She doesn't wear a lot of purple, but I know she does like purple. Let's see. That's Squeak's cousin. Actually, Squeak's cousin could be this chair because every time I wiggle around, it squeaks. Email to donate to the Eric Oda fabric. Oh my gosh, the Eric Oda Saving Fabric Foundation. Okay. My dad's birthday is the 31st. We're just glad his surgery went well and he's on the mend. Oh, that's good to hear, Heather. Prayers for a very quick recovery. We have fun. Yes, we do have fun. Zoom is fun, especially when I remember. Okay. What time is the Zoom? Jackie, we usually start the Zoom at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that'll be 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And there have been a few there was a participant once that joined us from Australia, which was really cool. I Zoom with Kathy Quilts and Crafts every Thursday. Oh, I didn't know she did Zooms, Dan. It's the shark iron, Eric. That's Squeak's cousin that lives. Because Squeak died in 2021. Aww. May you rest in peace, Squeak. I joined the Zoom a year or two ago. It was great fun. That's right, Judy. You did join. That's right. I wish I could teleport my scraps to you. Okay, well, actually, I could mention this because I'm kind of working on something right now. So I am planning to do another sew-along. And that sew-along is going to be using scraps. So you might want to hold on to those, Stephanie. Or while I'm live, an hour into my Sunday lives. That's true. Yes, at 10 a.m. your time. I'm not sure who she's talking to. Okay, so, well, we've been on for almost an hour, and I'm not sure why that viewfinder message keeps coming on, but, yeah. Well, I just wanted to give everybody again an update and just really say thank you to everyone for their kind words and their support. Just making sure that everybody's on the know as to what was going on with me. And no, I am physically okay, but yeah, mom is, well, she's mom. Let's just put it that way. And since now you guys know the two stories, you kind of got a glimpse as to how my mom operates. I would love to join you, but I don't know how to join the Zoom chat. I know that's not your job to teach because I'm too old to learn. Debbie, find the paperclip. Well, okay, so I will be here next week on either at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I'll put a advance notice sometime when I know for sure what time I will start. But hey, I love all the blocks behind you. Oh, thank you, Diane. That's all 52 of them, I think. Well, I'm not about to count all 52 of them now. But yeah, that's all I got for you tonight. And hopefully, well, I will be on next Thursday. Again, I don't know if I'll be on at 7 or 8 o'clock, but I will let everybody know through Facebook and through YouTube notification. So, yeah. Thank you guys for all your support, all your kind words, and your patience. And I hope you guys enjoyed this chat tonight. I know some of you will probably have some comments for me on Zoom about the two stories that I shared. Yeah. And I think if mom is going to watch this, she's going to kill me, but she'll laugh at me first, too. Well, good night, everyone. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Remember to cheer my brothers on if you see them on TV. Hopefully they will win tomorrow so they can make it back to Pennsylvania. Take care, everyone. And you know what I'm going to say, so say it with me. Go out and create something.